Hello, everybody. Exciting news. We're up on the website on World Constitution Day. You can look under events. I put the link in the video. I've got myself, my presentation, as well as Tina Maravich. Her presentation's going to go out to world academia. If you look at all the speakers that are speaking at World Constitutional Day along with us, I'm writing the headline, a first ever presentation for the World War II allies. I can guarantee you all this. President Joe Biden, fully aware of what's going on, totally sponsors it, as well as the Republicans at this time fully endorse and sponsor it. I'm front line and center there. Tina comes right on me. We're going to share our slot, as well as everybody who looks at that Zoom link. Regardless of myself and Tina, you will get to see every world expert that decides to grace that stage and talk about it. Lots of people from the free world, real democracies with real constitutions. We the people, supremacy of God, with real freedoms, enshrined rights you're born with, which we call civil rights, that your regions have never, ever, ever given you. We're going to go through genocide as it really is by none other than a Treaty 4 Indian, Tina Maravich. She will be speaking on it. She's lead on Canadian Native News. That's her baby. She's done lots of work over the years. Now she's got the link on there. All world academics will now have a link directly to Tina Maravich. From now on, the politicians are done. They had their chance. They have failed. NDP can go out, try to steal my intellectual property, make narratives with legal minds in Canada. But guess what? They're not the legal minds of this world. They're not recognized worldwide. We're with the best of the best, everybody. Any of those experts you can look up, you'll find they're quoted in many, many Supreme Court cases throughout this world, well published. Some of them top legal 10 experts in the world today. Best legal minds, all doctorates. This is the first time an average third-class Joe like myself gets to even grace a stage with those kind of minds and powers. Everyone's excited. The free world's excited. And what's more, it's going to the UNSC, because I promise you, if it's going to Joe Biden, it's going to go to the other four too. They're not going to miss it for nothing. I'm going to share the link and the event schedule with absolutely the UNSC P5. We're going to fight the NWO. That was my promise to every Canadian and all First Peoples. I know everybody doesn't always understand what I'm up to, but we have a real chance not only to fix Canada, not only to get a great education out to all the people and strengthen every Canadian and every First Peoples, but we get to give the truth and absolute for everybody. There's something for everybody here, and not only that, the world has woken up. They're paying attention. They want to hear. It's exciting. It's unbelievable. And it's real, everybody. It's going to happen. And there is absolutely nothing Justin Trudeau, Jagmeet Singh, Aaron O'Toole, goes on and on, Maxime Bernier and his whole bullshit campaign against the UN, when really he is the NWO. You might as well call him Justin Trudeau 2.0. Now, I know he's got a lot of great Canadians behind him, but the reality is they just don't know any better. They've been miseducated, just like so many of us. And why? Because our education system was designed that way. Just like the Indian Act to absolutely genocide the First Peoples, so is absolutely our education system in a class structure based on colonialism from a time in this world that, you know what, has long since expired for almost all of the world. There's literally less than 10% of the UN states left in this situation, in this gross, atrocious state that is exactly, everybody, exactly like World War II's Germany. The Enabling Act can easily be traced to the Indian Act. Indian Act's much older. A lot of Canada's system gets migrated to a lot of other UN states. Even powers, they're even corrupting the superpowers P5. We just watched Russia take some things. I can show you things China has taken. Absolutely. Indian agent, Chinese agent with African countries. I've done monumental work. Even the credit with all those involved in World Constitutional Day. You're seeing great doctorates say, Dave, it's unbelievable. You've shown me so much. You've taught me so much. A third-class citizen. Never even went to law school. But I work tremendously hard. It's not about being bright. I got a talent. I can read. I can read tremendous volumes. I can process a lot of information. But it's really about doing the work, working harder than everybody else, working just as hard as I possibly could for all Canadians. Because you know why? I have two little girls who are coming up into this. I have a son. He's a welder too. He doesn't even have a home yet. I don't even know when that's going to be feasible or affordable to him. How old will he be? Will he be able to have children? And what about my girls? What are they going to do when they graduate? What are they going to do? Where are they going to live? What is Canada waiting for them? The answer is, unfortunately, this guy and my economics and what I see all around me in politics. I have no choice, or I'd be failing my children. I would be leaving them a miserable future. And I won't rest. I will die trying to make sure that all Canadians know that there is hope. There is a way to change all this. I work at it each and every day of my life. For as much time I put in at work, I come home and I put all that work in each and every day. I don't quit. I keep going, and I keep going higher and higher. I've climbed the highest mountain any man or woman could in Canada. And it's not to brag. It's not to say I'm some special. It's just the fact that I stuck with it. I never quit. I never surrender. I never gave up. And we're almost there. I'm summiting the Everest that can save all Canadians, all First Nations. We can end this atrocity of Canada. We can fix it for everybody. And it starts August 1st, 2021 in Barrie, Ontario. For all those who participate, it's going to be saved anyway. It doesn't matter, Canadians, what your government withholds from you, all the false narratives. The allies of World War II are going to see this in the entirety. It's going to be saved. So regardless of what happens in 2023 or what could ever happen to me or others, the reality is this will live on forever. From a third-class citizen and a treaty Indian from Treaty 4, talking about reality and legal systems, the Canadian Crown colonial system as it really is, for the greatest minds in the world. And everybody, if you think that taking world academia like that is not going to be a big deal, you're sadly mistaken. It's going to rock our political system, because when the world wakes up, and they already are, and after this August 1st, it's going to be the most monumental blow to the corruption of Canada that Canada's ever seen. Everyone's going to know. And the best of the best minds in the world will be looking at this for many, many years to come. USA will not get rid of it. The other four powers will take it just because they don't want USA being the only one to have it. They're going to want it too. And you think about that, everybody. The days of Justin Trudeau, Jagmeet Singh, Aaron O'Toole, and Maxime Bernier and their crown colonial power to rape and abuse all the second and third class Canadians in an absolute outlawed colonial system are over. First Nations, First Peoples, and all your definitions, we're going to free you. And if you didn't believe me before, you can hear from a Treaty 4 Indian yourself. She's smart, She's done all the work along with me. She's gravitated to it. She's got a strong mind, and she can present, and she's going to present for all of you. You're going to learn a little history about the Crow. You're going to learn a little history about World War II and First Nations Treaty Indians. You're going to learn something that maybe a lot of people don't know. Canada can try to wipe out a culture, they can try to wipe out a people, but they will never kill the soul of the people. We may not have a soul of a nation, being the First Nation or the Canadian people, but we can build one with your heart and your courage. I know every Canadian has it inside them. That's why we're presenting with the greatest legal minds in the world. I've assembled over 132, and I'm pretty sure after World Constitutional Day, that number is only going to grow. I made my monumental mark. I've brought the greatest minds in every minority language in the entire world to the table. And you know what? If we win a minority government, it's going to be even more than that. We will pair those up with treaty First Nations in their native tongue legal experts so that they can give it an absolute same presentation that every Canadian's going to get. Not a man or woman missed over the age of 18 in the entirety of Canada. Reserve, off reserve, Canadian in a village, community, rural, remote, city, town, it does not matter. We will reach you all. We won't rest until it's done. $140 million we will deliver. That's a fact. A platform to the likes of which never seen before. The Allies are waking up. A real example going forward that the world can get behind. All the other nations struggling. A real death blow to the NWO, which Canada leads right now, everybody. And I'm sorry to tell you that, but it is your leaders from every single party in this design, outlawed since Germany, but yet Canada rages on just like Germany, just like the Third Reich, just like Adolf Hitler. Maybe not to the tyrannical extreme, but the power, the ability to do it is there, and it's been showcased throughout COVID. Everybody sees it, and now people are asking questions. And now, for the first time ever, on a doctorate world stage of the best, a third-class citizen and a treaty Indian are going to deliver for all Canadians and First Peoples, as it really is. Thank you. That's my video. Stay tuned, 8 o'clock, as we continue on. Module 3, we get into the first, what Russia did for Canada as the USSR in 1960, the Convention on Decolonization, world-binding law. We're going to get into that at 8 o'clock. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. Share, share, share. Click on the link, front and center. Tina right below me. We're going to have a shared Zoom while we're on that stage in Barrie. On big screen, all those academics, we get our time slot. The barbecue will go, and every Ontarian that shows up at Barrie will sit as long as they wish to. All families, and you will watch a family event. Actors from USA on the big screen, live, some pre-recorded, but there are world experts giving you a live presentation. Some of the best in the world, bar none. Bar none. As I promised, as is, I've done this work, Canadians. I'm no fraud, and it's only going to get better, stronger, and it's going to go on and on and on. And by the time we hit 2023, the political party leaders, and so many people say, oh, you're not professional enough. Show me one politician with the amount of legal experts in the entire world coming forward. There isn't a one. I'm the only one in Canada. That's reality. CCP, and even when they challenge our name and they try to invoke old British law and they try to ruin our registration, I've already seen it coming. I already know what to do. I'm with the best legal minds of the UK and Britain, top legal institution. I'm ready for you. What these fools don't understand in their challenge, I'm going to show you who the real colonial communists are right here in Canada. Worse than communism, crown colonial communists, because they chose the Communist Party against We the people constitutionalism, as in no Canadian or First Person is ever to learn of big C, little c constitutionalism that most of the world knows and embraces, but yet there's a small percentage of the world that says, nope, we are going to rule in full autocracy and there's nothing anyone can do about it. Well, the people of Canada will rise up. When the truth is presented to them and the First Peoples and Canadians learn the truth, I believe you will all rise up, not in revolution, but in absolute evolution. And you will enact your power to vote on vote day, and that will be for the CCP or whatever name is designated by the powers that be, since none of you are seemingly allowed to have constitutionalism narrated in the big or little c. They want to keep it as the communist bloc letters. That's what they want. That's what they're challenging. In unwritten law, they're going with law. Law that is unwritten. It's a first-class law. Laws that you're never educated on, but run our system here in Canada. Pathetic, pathetic, pathetic. As in the divinity of your politicians. They are the crown. Yeah, right. Pathetic. And the world powers are going to wake up to this. Example after example after example, I will crush the narrative from all of your filthy, dirty, corrupt politicians. And there is nothing they can do about it. It's over for them. It's over and it hasn't even started. We've been playing this game of chess for 4 years. 2 full years before they even started playing. They don't know what's coming to hit them square in the face. Thanks, everybody. Share, share, share. You're not weak. You're not wiped out. Keep going. Keep sharing. Keep talking about it. You make all the difference. Barrie, Ontario is just the beginning, August 1st. Just the beginning. I told you all this was the year I would sprint and I would do what seemingly is impossible things by just an average Joe. And now you're going to see treaty Indians who no one would ever believe are going to sprint to that finish line as well and deliver mighty blows, impossible tasks that no one could ever believe, but it's going to happen. God bless. Have a great night. See you at 8 o'clock. Module 3, going into Russia and the Convention of Decolonization. World binding law. Bye now.